This is the plaintiff, Anastasia Graves. She says the defendant, her cousin, owes her money for work she provided at her daycare service. And no matter what she does, she can't seem to get her to pay up. Bottom line, cousin or no cousin, she did the work and deserves the $5,000 she's owed. This is the defendant, Donna Bullock. She says she had to fire the plaintiff because she was always late coming into work. As far as her pay goes, she was paid every penny she was owed. She has a ledger, keeps records, and will prove it to the judge today in this court. She's accused of not paying for services rendered.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case in the docket, the plaintiff says her own cousin stiffed her on daycare services, but the defendant says the plaintiff was a lousy daycare worker. It's the case of she don't care about daycare.
Okay, Anastasia Graves, you are suing Donna Bullock, your cousin, doing business as Donna B's Daydreaming Center. This is the daycare center?
Yes.
Daydreaming Center, okay. For $5,000 in pain and suffering, taxes, and $750 that you say you weren't paid in your last paycheck. What's going on?
I work for her. She hired me November 17th, 2008. And I worked for her until April 17th of 2010. And my last check she did not give me, but she paid everybody else. Then I filed taxes.
Hold on one second. Your last check was for what? The month of?
March and April. For March towards April.
March to April?
Yeah, because you get paid every third Friday.
Okay, and you were getting paid $750 a month?
Yes.
All right. When she fired you, did she tell you why she was firing you?
No, and she never fired me. I left off the premises because she did not pay me.
Okay. Did you give her a chance to pay you before you left?
No, because she said she wasn't paying nobody. I called her.
Okay. Tell me what happened.
And she said, "Don't call me. I'll call you."
Okay. And had you already been having problems with her paying late or anything like that?
No, I didn't have no problems with her at all before that. She was
Were you
paying
socializing
me.
as cousins, or she was strictly employer-employee?
We was talking. We was all that. It wasn't no problems. I didn't have no problems with her.
All right. And at this daycare, her mother was working?
Yes.
Was your great aunt?
Yep.
And you were getting along fine with her?
Yeah, we got arguments a couple times, but it wasn't like part of the
Nothing
daycare.
major. All right. So when she tells you, don't call me, I'll call you, your paycheck is how late at that point?
It was only a day late already.
So it's sort of odd that you would quit over something like that when you've been working there for all those years and the payment was only a day late. What made you decide to walk off?
Because
her attitude?
Basically, yeah. And she told other employees to come to her house that Friday to come get their money. And they got paid that day.
So when was it you decided to quit, when you found out that others did get paid?
I quit the same day because she told me she wasn't going to pay me.
And did she tell you why she felt she didn't have to pay?
No, she didn't. She just told me to leave off her premises.
She says you didn't pay her.
Judge, I did pay her. What she's talking about when she walked off the premises is that's not that she just walked off the premises. I came into the job. I don't know what had happened before I got there. She was swearing at me, cussing at me. I said, "You're not going to talk to me that way, and I need you to leave off the premises."
Because she did not pay me. That's why.
Right, but she says it's because you had a dispute over payment. So you do know what happened before you got there. You had a dispute over payment.
No, we didn't have a dispute over payment because that was a payment day, and I was coming to do payroll that day.
But you did not pay me.
Hold on, stop.
Ooh.
So what is the reason then that she's mad?
I have no idea, Your Honor.
I find that to be untruthful because people know why their employees of 2 years who happen to be their cousin are so mad. There's some that happen, and you know what it is that happened. Why won't you tell me? Why do you say I have no idea? You have an idea. Tell me
I'm
what
going to tell you what happened. This started before they even got to the payment thing. It was some things going on at the daycare with my mom and her. We had to settle all that. She cussed my mom out. My mom was allowing them.
I have no idea what happened. All right,
okay,
she cussed your mom out. Now we're getting somewhere. Go ahead.
My mom allowed them to go into her house to get different items out the house for her. Medication came up missing. Money became up missing. My mother's a diabetic. When she couldn't get her medicine, it wasn't there. So when I began to question everybody about what happened to all her medication and her money that was in her house, didn't get any response. Everybody said they didn't know. Okay, my mom was upset, angry. Anastasia cussed my mom out. When I came in, Anastasia was just going off.
What day of the month was this?
around April 17th is on that Friday.
Okay, what day do you pay your employees? Once a month?
Yes.
Okay, and that was the day that you were supposed to pay her, and before you can pay her, and you're going to do payroll, you guys have this tip. She says you never paid her. Prove you paid her, because it sounds like you wouldn't pay her. Since you have this tip, she's disrespecting you, and you suspect she might have stolen your mother's medication. Why would I think that you paid her? I would think that you wouldn't pay her. So if you want to tell me that you paid her, you best be showing me now the canceled check.
So is it a bad idea for you to work for a relative?
It depends on the relative. There's plenty of relatives I don't want to work with. I wouldn't work with them.
But any relative, is it a bad idea?
Bad idea. Mixing blood and business is not good. There's an emotional investment that doesn't.
Final word.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. I think that there's just too much complication there. If anything goes wrong,
unless they pay you a lot of money, right? Yeah, exactly. Going inside the courtroom.
Okay, I didn't pay Anastasia in a check. I paid her in cash because she was my niece. She was on DSS. DSS couldn't know that she was working, so I paid her under the table.
She was paying everybody under the table.
And I paid her a week later. Ooh. I paid her a week later. I made her wait a week, Your Honor.
Prove it. I need you to prove that you paid her. You said something in your answer to the complaint about how you keep a strict ledger. Where's your ledger?
I didn't bring my ledger because her name is not on the ledger because I don't write her name on the ledger.
That's what I was wondering. If you're paying her under the table, you have a strict ledger. Would you give her a 1099? Or the first year you ever did that was 2010?
When she first started, I was doing 1099s.
Okay, 1099 is a form that you give the federal government to let them know that you've paid somebody without withdrawing taxes, that you're hiring them as a subcontractor, and they're responsible for figuring out, because you didn't withhold any of their taxes as you would with an employee.
Yes.
That's called a Form 1099. Did you 1099 her after she got fired?
Yes.
But
I didn't
never
do 1099.
Stop and listen to my question. You never 1099'd her the years before she got fired. In 2008, did you 1099 her?
Yes, I did.
And in 2009, did you 1099 her?
No.
Did she ever send a 1099 to the federal government in 2008 and 2009?
I got 2009, no 2008, no 2010.
Now that's weird too. So 2009, but you worked all of 2010, right? Oh no, because the 1099 would be out sometime around, depending on how quickly she does her taxes, would be out in April.
Right.
So not in 2008.
No, just 2009.
And oddly not in 2010, just when she's angry.
Yep.
Right, for 2009, which gets done around April of 2010.
Yes.
Then she 1099s you. She sends the federal government, I paid her. How much was a 1099 for?
Right.
How much?
$8,400.
I paid her $8,000. So make sure you get your taxes out of that.
$8,400.
Which, by the way, I pay my taxes. He pays his taxes. So you should be paying taxes on it. I just think it's funny. Ha ha. In any event, why is your lawsuit for more than $750? You are suing her for $2,978. Balance owed from 1099. Explain that.
Because I filed and she make it seem like we own our own business, so we couldn't get our money.
You mean she told the IRS you made money?
I guess so, because it's frozen.
Because you took 2 credits. I saw your tax documents, honey. You took 2 credits you're not entitled to take because you made money that you didn't report. And then when she reported you because you thought it was still under the table, apparently she invited the IRS to come dip under the table and take a look at what it was that she was paying you. That's why they took away your 2 credits, amounting to $2,978.
Yeah.
So you want me to tell her that she has to pay the IRS what you were trying to cheat the IRS out of but weren't successful at?
No.
Have I got it?
No, I didn't cheat the IRS.
That's exactly what you're doing.
How?
See, here's how it works, okay? Everybody has to pay taxes. And that is your problem, not her problem. And $3,328 for pain and suffering. What's that for? That's just, if it's a debt, it's a debt. Somebody breaks a contract. This is a contract. She breached the contract. But how does a contract become 8 times its size or, Lord,
pain and
10,
suffering.
30 times,
I have
15
multiple
times
bills
its size.
in my name because of her, because she didn't pay me my money, so I couldn't pay my bills.
Okay, so I should take every lawsuit that's for $100 and let it mushroom to $900 because people get hurt by not having the $100. You had a $750 righteous lawsuit, and you've turned it into a $5,000 lawsuit by beefing it up with all this other fugazi things that you're doing, and that's not going to happen. On the $750, unless you reach into that purse and show me proof you paid that last paycheck, I'm not going to believe you. So do you have proof that you paid the last paycheck? Yes or no?
No, I don't.
$750 verdict for the plaintiff, plus your court costs.
All right, so come on in here. She did get something out of you. What are you laughing about?
Because that's funny. Because it's just funny.
What?
How she'll bring me to court for something she already got paid for.
You didn't have any proof, though, that you paid.
Well, see, that's my fault. You know what? That taught me a lesson, and I learned the lesson in 2000 and when she left. And now everybody that get a paycheck, they get a paycheck and they sign for their paychecks.
All right, so you get it in writing when
I get it in writing now.
All right, very good. Okay.
Thank you.
All right, right over there. All right, so come on in here. That wasn't $5,000 you got. Here, step over here. That wasn't. You got $750. All right, could you come back right over here, please? Right over here. Just turn and talk.
Oh, okay.
Satisfied with what you got?
No, because she didn't pay me my money. No, I'm not, but it's okay. I'll take that.
Why is that okay?
Because I'm just going to take that because I don't got time to be arguing with nobody.
Why'd you try to blow it up into $5,000 with the pain and suffering and everything?
How did I try to blow it up? She owes me this money. So that, it don't even matter. I'm done.
You're done. Harvey?
You know, you can go to the Labor Department in many states and they'll resolve this short of having to go to court.